want these eat good, and they turn brown before green or yellow. Doesn't make sense. Someone will pick them up. It's a beautiful day around here. Put too many out because then they're going to start bruising. Everybody, please like this video, support this small business and this channel. Look how nice I put these bananas out. That deserves a like, eh?
Yep. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am super pumped for this video today. I'm gonna get really real about something that irks me, and I get to roast my husband Ray at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to it, and he can't get mad because it is something that he obviously knows I'm doing, but I'm going to let you guys know what is happening. So like this video, subscribe, comment, all those things I tell you to do all the time, and let's get it started. So there's one thing I wish I knew a year and a half ago, and that was before we got married, about my husband Ray, that I found out when we got married and started living together. And it might be the quality that bugs me the most, and I'm going to fill you in on that quality. It is on how cheap my husband is. So when I mean cheap, I mean my husband is so cheap that he will literally reuse his mouthwash so that he's not being wasteful. And yes, that means he uses each little like cup that he uses, he respits back into the cup so that he can get a second use out of it, which is absolutely like disgusting to me. My husband is so cheap that he will flip his underwear inside out to get 2 uses out of it because he wants to save water for laundry, which again, another disgusting thing, but that's just apparently what he thinks is logical. My husband is so cheap that he will reuse a napkin twice. So if it is wet or it has a stain on it, he will literally let it dry till the next time that he eats so that he can reuse it and, you know, make less waste. Which I get he's trying to be like environmentally friendly there, but it's pretty cheap on his part because you're literally using a dirty napkin. Okay, the deal is I'm actually joking about all of that, but I am really excited for this video because I've been wanting to film one like this for a long time, just because we constantly get asked a lot of questions. Sorry, that was very awkward. There was someone like eyeing me through the window. Anyways, I am very excited to talk about this, just to answer all the questions that we get, and not just on YouTube, but in our personal lives as well. I feel like certain things need to be explained, and like, I don't know, just explained from a business owner's point of view. I get asked all the time, like how do we afford insurance? How do we pay our rent? Like, people don't understand how we do it with, you know, the bills from the business and our personal lives. We get a lot of questions like that, so I feel like I want to just kind of set it all straight. So obviously our business bills are separate from our personal. I feel like obviously you have to do that if you're a business owner, because you have like it's like living 2 separate lives. Like, you have a business life and a personal, and those two need to be like separated. So when it comes to food, we actually take a lot of food home from the store. So we buy absolutely no groceries from any other store. The only thing that we actually do buy is like your meats or your fish. We don't actually eat fish a lot, but like chicken, beef, that's the kind of stuff that we will buy at another store just because we don't carry it. And once in a while Ray will get like a couple frozen pizzas. Other than that, we do not shop at any other store for food, and that actually obviously is great for us because we don't have to pay for it. We take home anything that, you know, might not look perfect but is actually still good to eat, and we'll eat it at home ourselves. This doesn't mean we don't go out to eat. We do. We will not go out to a fancy restaurant once a week. Even if you, to me, like, I feel like if you do that once a week, it becomes less, like, you know, special and less exciting. We will do that on occasions like our anniversaries, our birthdays, or Valentine's Day. Other than that, we do not go to fancy restaurants. We do, however, get takeout sometimes, depending on if we're really late at the store one night, we will grab something. But that is not a regular occurrence. It might be once a week, if that. There's weeks where we'll go a couple weeks without doing that at all, and we'll just cook at home, which obviously saves us a ton of money. You know, cooking at home, taking things home from here, it's like nothing. Like no cost to us, really. Ray and I only need one car right now, just because we're here at the store all the time together anyways, so why do we need 2 cars? That's just what our logic is. But I also do go to my other job, but I'll just drop Ray off here first before I head there. I'm not trying to knock anybody that has a brand new car or a car payment, but Ray and I, we've always agreed on this, that we will never get a brand new car. I just don't see the point of tying your money up in a car, especially on a 6 to 7 year car payment. So we are very cautious on materialistic type things. We won't get the newest in, you know, technology, like new phones, new this, new that. And that's just because there's always something new that's going to come out and you're going to be paying a lot more out of pocket. For example, my phone. I got teased quite a bit because I didn't get the iPhone 10. I actually upgraded my iPhone 6 to the iPhone 8, and I just kind of left it at that. I did get, you know, questioned on it. Oh, why didn't you just get the newer one? But obviously for the right reasons, I chose not to, and I chose not to pay more out of pocket than I had to. And that is a way that we save money. You know, there's always going to be upgrades in technology, and you know, there's always going to be something new. But having the perception that you don't always have to have the latest thing also helps in spending habits. You save a lot more money that way, and you're not putting yourself in financial stress by overspending on something that you actually can't afford altogether. So I can definitely say that my mindset has changed. Obviously since my early 20s. In my early 20s, I would be at the mall like 2-3 times a week buying clothes, shoes, anything. I didn't really have much to pay for when I lived at home, except for my car insurance, my phone bill, and any other expenses that, you know, were just something extra that I wanted to spend my money on. And now that Ray and I are married, I have a lot of different goals for, you know, us, me individually, but us as a couple, and on just where we want to actually invest our money. So I definitely don't go shopping as much as I used to. I don't buy clothes nearly as much as I used to. Social media plays a big role in making people feel bad for not being able to afford certain things. And I don't think a lot of people realize that social media is not at all what reality is like at all. Like it's just so crazy, and I feel like more people should just realize, like, social media is pretty much all fake. You only see the highlights in people's lives, and the person with, you know, the newest car is probably crying at night because he has $800 car payments a month that he can't afford. Ray, come here. I gotta show you this. Watch.
What's going on?
Come here. Look at what he did.
What? You think anyone notices but you? You notice because we're married. No one else. Oh.
He looks like a boy.
Okay.
Little boy.
What did you talk about?
You'll find out when you edit it.
Okay. Yeah, I see what happened today while I was gone. Okay. I was getting a haircut and I got shaved, and I see the last clips. Okay. But being frugal is a good thing, you know. A lot of people I know are living paycheck to paycheck. Not because they don't make enough money, it's because they spend every dime that they make. You know, therefore they make like 120 bucks a day, because a lot of people work minimum wage. There's nothing wrong with that. And they spend 40 to 50 on food, you know, cigarettes, alcohol, almost every day. So how do you get ahead if you're spending 50 to 60% of your daily income on food? So, wow. So I'm not cheap just to be cheap because I don't want to spend money or anything like that. Because I don't feel like I should be paying anyone else for anything. It's not that. I have a feeling of guilt anytime I spend too much money in myself rather than reinvesting it or putting it in this business. I don't think that's a huge problem. I know it's probably not the best way to live, because sometimes I'll take it to an extreme, or you know, I won't buy new shoes that I need because I'm like, well, you know, that $70 or $80 that I could use to buy shoes, I could reinvest it into something else to make more money, right? That is not a healthy way of thinking. It doesn't always get to that extreme, but it has gone to that extreme where I'm like, why should I spend $80? These shoes are perfectly fine. When in truth, they're probably not. And this is where we have a problem, because you really have to separate the fine line between your personal necessities and spending money for your business. And to note, I'm not saving just to save money. I have intent with every dollar that we have to reinvest, to probably open up a second location or expand this location in order to better our future. I know there'll be more problems, more stress. With more money comes more problems. However, we're looking to reinvest. I'm not looking to spend every dime I have on, you know, a new car or something like that just to keep working to pay off a new car. That's really not what I advise. Save your money with the intent to do something with it to make you more money. If you're spending 95% of your income and you're still making good money, then that's your own fault. I have no sympathy for you. If you can save 25% of your money before it even comes into your when it comes into your account and you don't even see it, well, that's how you start getting ahead. You know, that's the way you won't spend it. That's the way you will end up with a decent amount of savings to invest into something to better your future. We sold a lot of cookies today. That was for Felicia, but yeah, if you wanted to listen, we sold a lot of cookies today. We sell them in package, like pack of 6. People, you know, don't just want 1 or 2 cookies. They want to take home a nice pack of 6. Back to the point. Being frugal is something I've noticed all small business owners do. Like any small business owner I do, whether it be my dad's a small business owner, very, very frugal people. Other people who own similar stores like this, very frugal people. Even if they're doing well and they're wealthy, I find that they're very frugal, good with their money, always want to reinvest into real estate, things like that. And what I noticed is in other professions, and I don't want to generalize, but what I've noticed is when people make money in other professions, like say they're doctors or lawyers and they're making $300,000-400,000 a year, they end up looking like they spend more money than the small business owner. Maybe because they started making good money when they started, and the small business owners started kind of at the bottom, so they know what it's like to be at the bottom. I'm not trying to generalize. I'm just saying, like, it's just what I've noticed. Not that there's anything wrong with flashing the money that you make. You know, you deserve to do what you want with your money. But when I see a small business owner, I usually see them, they drive the same car, they have the same clothing that they always have. I think they're more interested in investing their money back into their businesses rather than spending it personally, like I'm starting to feel. And that's where this whole frugality that Felicia makes fun of me for is stemming from. And I'm working on it as well. And I guess it kind of stems with, there's just so many things I want to do with this store and in my life in general. Like I feel guilty spending money on dumb things, like, you know, like just consumer material things like this. Like I don't need like $75 t-shirts or anything. That's not me. Like there's so many beautiful products I want to carry in this store, like, and that needs money, that requires money. I know we're supposed to keep business money separate from personal, but at the end of the day, if I want a second location, it's got to come from somewhere. Like, you know, not a lot of business owners want to take money out of their own pocket to fund their business. You know, they want to use their business money to expand their business. But, you know, if you're getting into other lines of business, the money's got to come from somewhere. So that's where it leaves me being frugal. And I think it's a positive thing sometimes. You guys feel you're frugal, you're good with your money, you save some money, or do you spend it all as soon as you get it? Which sadly, 67% of Americans live with under $1,000 in savings. So, you know, one bad car accident or one bad month and, you know, they're in the red, or they ask people for money or use their credit cards even more. Anyways, yes, let's move on from that subject. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you made it this far, and as always, I love you.